Hey there, this is the Potential 616 with another comic review. My last review was the last issue of a big crossover, Blackest Night. This is going to be the first issue of a big crossover, and it's XMen Second Coming one shot, and it's chapter 1 of I think it's 14 chapters in total, but there's going to be some other titles as well connected to it. Okay, right. For a start, Craig, Kyle and Chris Yost have been doing a pretty good job in X-Force lately, and they do a great job here. You can tell they're X-Men fans. They know their X-Men history, and they know how to write the X-Men. Also, David Finch's art is brilliant. It's a joy to look at. It really is. You can't really get it nicely detailed, kind of a 90s, almost reminds me a little bit of Jim Lee style of doing X-Men, and he does a great job. And there's some really good action scenes here. Cable in a firefight, and there's one really great splash page where the X-Men attacking some of the anti-mutant guys in vans. That doesn't sound that good, but check that out. Just don't make that out. I think it's really good. So David Finch's art is top marks. It's a shame he can't do the whole story. It seems they just get him to do the first chapter of a lot of these crossovers, you know. But yeah, really good stuff. You know, he does the action scenes well, nice, you know, detailed stuff, but also the characters' facial expressions are done very well. Also in sort of helping the story, there's some just very subtle, nice little moments. There's a bit where Wolverine tells Cyclops that Hope is with Cable, uses a nose, and just a tiny little smile by Cyclops, you know. It's illustrated quite nicely, and also that's one of many nice little character moments, which is within the book. The character that shines the most probably in this is Cyclops, and I really like the direction this character's taking. It's become very interesting how he's not only the leader of the X-Men now, he's kind of leader of the whole mutant race. It's a real burden on him. You know, he sort of blames himself for everything, and he does become very sort of maudlin and introspective at times. But that's after he gives the orders and gets everything done, tries to get everything done first. There's a really nice moment between him and Nightcrawler where Nightcrawler's sort of questioning his actions slightly, and Cyclops just basically saying, "Look, I know this," and basically he has faith in Hope and Cable. It's also cool how Cyclops uses the fact that he pretty much knows what Cable's going to do, because he knows him, has the same kind of analytical mind, and that's how they sort of track Cable, and it works really well. Now it's quite a clever bit for a crossover, and it meshes in quite well with the sort of tone and how Cyclops is acting. Basically, you know, once he discovers Cable's back with Hope, you know, he comes up with a game plan and positions his X-Men, you know, tells what certain characters what to do. Cable, Vanisher and Domino are somewhere, Rogue and Namor have to stay at the Utopia, the New Mutants get put somewhere, and the X-Men have a job to do as well. And it's nicely laid out there. The reason why I mention it is it basically says, this is what's happening in Uncanny X-Men, this is what's happening in Uncanny X-Men, that's going to be what's happening in New Mutants, X-Men Legacy, and some of X-Force, although I think because Wolverine and X-23 are in the X-Men group, that's going to be in X-Force as well. But yeah, it's kind of like lets us know, you know, that we're basically going to have to buy all the titles to get the full story, but that's normally the case with these X-Men crossovers. But yeah, there's some great action scenes, nice character moments, and also it's now going to be revealed, because the villains are sort of these anti-mutant groups that, and basically bastions behind it all, being the groups that X-Force have been fighting. And now that X-23, Warren, Archangel, even though he's Angel at this point, and Wolverine are with the rest of the X-Men, fighting the guys they've been fighting as X-Force, their sort of violent methods are being revealed to the rest of the X-Men, and that's going to cause some fireworks. And and that's Cyclops sanctioned it all anyway. There's a nice little moment where Nightcrawler says to Psylocke, leave one conscious for questioning. She's like, oh, I'll do my best. In contrast to that, just below, we see X-23 just basically massacring these guys, and it's kind of, their methods are in contrast there. And also, Wolverine and X-23 are interrogating some of these guys. It's a nasty moment, but it's relevant to the story. X-23 looks over to Wolverine sort of for approval. Then you get a sense that they're a cohesive team. They've done this before, and to get information, she basically, it's well illustrated. Look at that, stabs a guy in the head for those bloodthirsty people out here. I can be a bit like that myself. That's the cool scene, and illustrated very well. But the rest of the X-Men see that, and they're like, what are you doing? And Psylocke gets a sense that Wolverine, Archangel, and X-23 are kind of up to something. And Nightcrawler starts asking questions. It's going to be interesting to see how that all pans out. But yeah, as a first issue to this miniseries, it's good. I mean, not a great deal happens in this issue. It is set up, but I think it sets the scene quite nicely. These groups have a job to do, and as I say, it's straightforward. It's quite simple. Cable and Hope are back. The bad guys are after them, and the good guys are after them, and some of the good guys fight some of the bad guys, and some of the Bastion, who we know is a villain anyway, is revealed, and that's it. But because the artwork is so solid, and there's some really nice character moments, it's an entertaining read all on its own. I think this is a well-crafted comic. I really enjoyed it. And a lot of that has to do with the fact that the artwork's just gorgeous. It really, really is. But I'm repeating myself here, but Carl and Yost, they write the characters so well. It really feels like the X-Men, so that really helps. Quite a simple, straightforward issue feel like something special, and it also does set up the whole crossover nicely. So yeah, I'd say top marks for this issue. I really enjoyed it. I think I might be just a little bit biased because I'm just a huge X-Men fan, and I've been looking forward to this this storyline for a while, because it is the third part of the trilogy, Messiah Complex and Messiah War, which was slightly disappointing, but this is it. We get to see what all this Hope business is all about. So yeah, top marks. And there's not, as a package, it's quite good. As Marvel love to do, pad the back out a little bit, sort of character bios, sort of, it's okay, and a nice little checklist to see how much money we're going to have to spend, which is probably quite a lot. But there you go. A good read. I really enjoyed it, and hopefully the overall story lives up to the expectations that this has set. Shame David Finch isn't just illustrating the whole thing. Anyway, I'll leave it at that, guys. See you later. Oh yeah, I saw Kick-Ass today. Yeah, it's a good movie. I enjoyed it, but I'll probably talk about that another time. Ta-da.